Now me, Grandpa, and Grandma live out in the country, and I'm going to tell you how we're trying to outdo these high prices on groceries. After I heard meat prices had went up, I got me a bottle of nerve pills, took a couple, and went grocery shopping. And before I got through, I had to take 2 more. Them prices will sure tear you up. Well, it wasn't very much that I bought. I figured we'd just tighten our belts until the prices went down. But in the meantime, we got a little hungry for some meat. So I decided I'd do a little rabbit hunting. I found one, but he run down a gopher hole. I stuck me a hook pole down there to pull him out. Well, I want to tell you what I pulled out sure wasn't no rabbit. It was one of them there suit-tuck kitties with a fluid drive. And I tell you, he had a powerful drive. I give him that hook pole. Well, I thought fishing might be a little safer, but all the lakes was posted, and the posted signs read, "Trespassers will be prosecuted." Well, now, I didn't know what that meant, but I didn't think I needed any of it either. I caught me a turtle, but he bit me on the finger, and I had to turn him loose. Now, them old possums got liberated after the Depression back in the 30s, and you know how we like possums. But I think they're going to get unliberated in the 70s. I got me a possum trap set down in the edge of the woods close to some persimmon trees. We had a pet squirrel with babies. She used to have her nest in a tree up over the house. But she ain't smelled meat cooking in a few weeks. And that mama squirrel, she ain't dumb. She took them babies and hid 'em. I ain't seen her around in a few days either. Now, our old tomcat's nerves was getting real bad. Every time he seen me get the butcher knife, he'd run and hide. He got to where he'd tiptoe past the kitchen door so I couldn't hear him. Poor feller. He just didn't trust me no more, and he moved out. Now they're hollering gas shortage, and people ought not get too excited over that, 'cause unless the price of groceries come down, we'll all be so weak from hunger, we ain't going to be able to drive anyhow. Now, being as how there's a shortage on car gas, I figured there'd probably be a shortage on cooking gas too. So we was going to be mighty saving with that. I had heard when the sun shines on a gas tank you use for cooking, it built the pressure up and made the gas last longer. So I decided I was going to give it a little more heat. So I built me a fire under it. Now we're using the wood stove again. Had to nail some tar paper over the hole in the kitchen wall the explosion left. Well, I plowed up a little place yesterday so I could plant me a garden. Then I heard there was a shortage on fertilizer. Well, I planted my garden anyhow. And if I have to, I guess I can mix some of Granny's vitamin pills with a few gallons of water and give this plant a squirt a day. Now, Grandpa is a little nearsighted. He had some traps set, and the old hound dog, he got in one of them. And Buddy, he was fixing to skin him. That old hound dog was so scared he had done give his soul to God, 'cause he just knowed Grandpa was gonna get the rest of him. Well, that night, we heard a big ruckus down in the chicken yard. Grandpa got the shotgun, aimed it out the window, and let the rock salt and the bacon rind fly. Well, the next day, we got a summons for Grandpa to appear in court. The deputy told him he was charged with assault and battery with intent to draw blisters. So when he went to court, the judge said, "Sir, did you shoot this man in self-defense?" Grandpa said, "No, sir. I shot him in my chicken yard and he jumped that fence." The judge said, "Do you have anything else to say in your behalf?" Grandpa said, "Yes, sir. With all of these prices higher than the hair on a cat's back, it's every man for hisself. And he who enters my chicken yard usually gets an in, too. Now, Grandpa ain't going to be worried about high prices for a while. And if he gets time off for good behavior, he ought to be home in about 90 days.